Sea salt spray is one of the most powerful products you can use to really achieve the exact hairstyle that you want, but a lot of people don't know how to use sea salt spray correctly, so that's what we're gonna break down in this video. How to use sea salt spray the right way. Now, there's a couple of ways you can go about using sea salt spray. Right now, my hair is relatively damp. It's not soaking wet, but it's a little bit wet because I towel dried it, I let it sit for a little bit. So it's wet, but not wet, if you know what I mean. Now you wanna make sure when using sea salt spray that you don't put too much in your hair, because there are some out there that dry out your hair. Thankfully, this one from Pedro doesn't. It actually makes your hair smell nice and feel really smooth and very healthy. It gives you a very healthy feeling. So that's why I like using this one specifically. But with sea salt spray, you wanna be loving to your hair, but you don't wanna be overly generous, right? You wanna give it some love, but not give it your entire bank account and life and all that other stuff. But essentially you just want to go in with a few sprays. Okay, so what I like to do is just start on the top, just spray a little bit on the left, right, back, and then I like to take my hand, throw all my hair back a little bit and just get the undercarriage. I think that's what you call it. So yeah, that was what, four sprays? And honestly, that's all you need. And what you want to do, because it's meant to give your hair some waves, you just want to work it in a little bit, just kind of scrunch it up. I am going to go with the hair dryer, but you can actually leave it to just air dry alone, which you get some good waves doing it like that also. But because of my specific hair texture, I would kind of need to use a blow dryer, because or else it'll curl a lot. So I try to get the waves, not necessarily the curls. So let's blow dry our hair. All right, so a quick little tip when blow drying. If you want to have a good style, but you also don't want to be blow drying all day, then I recommend blow drying to your hair until it's like 60-70% of the way through. Not fully dry, of course, but just not what it is right now, right? So it works a little bit better, your hair dries faster, and you just kind of get through your hairstyling process a little bit quicker. So if I were to style it like right now, it would just take too long to dry. So right now I'm gonna use a blow dryer, and I like using a brush. You can use a round brush, which actually might work a little bit better, but this is what I'm using right now. So here we go. And because it is a sea salt spray, it'd be a good idea to scrunch a little bit as you're drying, just to create some more waves. Okay, so right now you can already see that there's a lot of wave going on, but now I want to go in and create the volume, and I also want to get rid of the curls that kind of happen on the side of my hair. It's kind of hard to see. You kind of see that going on right there. Yeah, it's a lot of curling action, so I'm not a huge fan of it, which is why I go in with the brush right now and create a little bit more wave, a little bit more volume. So this is how I do it. You take your brush or your round brush and you just want to lift up a little bit like this, just like that, and you just want to dry it pretty much all the way until it's pretty tall. So you'll see what I mean. Okay, so you can see that created a lot of volume, and the reason why most people just use sea salt spray, then they don't use anything else, is because of like the versatility you have with sea salt spray. It gives you a lot of volume. It doesn't like make your hair super dry or super, well, I mean, if you have a bad one, then it might, but with this one specifically, it'll make your hair it'll give it a little bit of shine, but not like an insane amount like a pomade would. It just makes it look healthy, and it gives it a lot of hold, volume. It's such a great way to go. So we're almost done. I just gotta dry the rest. Now, what I like to do when your hair is dry is on your hair dryer, you just put cold, you just change it to the cold setting, and then it'll really help your hair kind of lock into place. So that's the last thing I do because my hair is starting to get pretty dry. So just like that, you see the finished product. Ain't that easy? Look at all the wave action that's going on. My hair feels nice. It doesn't feel like it was just freshly washed, because the sea salt spray does a good job of like kind of keeping your hair together. And so when you put your hands through it, it feels like there's product in there, but not that much to where it's like annoying when you run your fingers through your hair. So guys, that is the way to go with sea salt spray. Honestly, the best way to do it. But the other way to do it is if your hair is like dry. Let's say, for example, you wake up in the morning and you didn't shower, your hair isn't wet and it's just dry, then you can still go in with a sea salt spray, and it kind of creates more waves when your hair is dry. So I personally like a very slight amount of waving action, which is why I like to do it when it's a little bit wet. But when you go in there when it's dry, like if I were to put this on right now, which I might just do for the video. Yeah, let's do it, why not? If I put in a little bit more, nothing crazy, just honestly like one on each side. And then I just go in there and kind of scrunch it up. Kind of going like this a little bit. See, the thing with sea salt spray is that the more you scrunch it until it's dry, the better. So that's why I kind of just like to get my fingers in there. And then it'll be relatively dry. And yeah, I don't know if you can tell that, but it just got a little bit wavier on the sides here. So I'm not a huge fan of having a lot of waves, so you definitely can't overdo it. But depending if you're waking up the next day and you want something that's gonna be a quick, easy fix to give your hair a little bit of depth, then sea salt spray is gonna be the way to do that. So yeah, guys, that is how you use sea salt spray the right way. And if you guys had any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. But if you want the same product that I'm using, this of course is from Pedro. So get some for yourself. The salt spray from Pedro is amazing and it smells really nice. So anyways, guys, I'll see you on the next one. See you later.